your shareholder has had quite a few leadership changes as over the years. We're on minister number 14 at the moment.
That's right.
But just to get a sense of how does that at all impact what you guys are trying to do or what you will be doing, or is it a matter of you just focus on the work and then whatever happens just is happening?
Yeah.
How does that impact you, if at all?
Look, shareholders, whether it's in the private or public sector, have an influence, obviously, on the organization. Obviously, it's not undue influence, right? There needs to be clear separation between the administration, which I would consider SITA part of, and the political side of things. And so I think that, the changes in the leadership, has an impact in terms of, what we're focusing on as a collective in the department. So if our goals are X, Y, Z, and then a new minister comes in and goes, no, those are no longer the goals. The goals are now, something else, ABC. It does make it challenging because you can't necessarily make plans and then change them as quickly as that because your CapEx, your investment cycles typically last a year or two, right? So, if a minister lasts only 6 months, I haven't even gotten started on executing whatever we might have agreed on. So I think it does have an impact. However, I also think that SITA as an SOC needs to have a level of resilience against those changes, in terms of the role that it plays. I think the mandate of SITA, regardless of which department it falls under, and right now it's obviously DCDT, and we're fully supportive and part of that department. But regardless of what department we fall under, right, we should be able to play that mandate because we understand it very well. Which for me, if I interpret it, has always been about facilitating, the growth in that ICT sector. I think that's what SITA's role should be, and not just necessarily seen as a procurer of state ICT. I think that's just one side of the equation, like I said before. I think we now need to start focusing on the other side of the equation, which is the supply side, right? So how can SITA almost grow its private sector arm and start partnering well in that side to ensure that we always have the best people to provide the right solutions for our clients.
We're in 2023, and do you see a future for SITA?
Yeah, we absolutely see a role for SITA going forward, and especially if it takes up its mandate, I feel, fully. And so not just, waiting for, working with clients and getting tasking and then going out on tender, but actually being a facilitator of growth in the ICT sector. I think there's a massive role for SITA to play, going forward. If you look across the world at various state agencies, and also SITA-like, equivalents, and the role that they play has been massive, right, and immense in their nations. So I think that role is always going to be there. Like I said before, I think if you take SITA away and just switch it off, I don't think people quite understand the amount of things that would go broken. Should that happen, and maybe we need to do more to talk about that, like what exactly is SITA doing. I think that's part of that brand building that you were talking about earlier. My answer was more around our clients, but I think where we failed, though, is to explain SITA to the general citizen so they understand what it is, what SITA does, and if SITA is not there, what actually happens, so that they're actually willing to be interested in working for the organization. I mean, we need young people. This sector, the ICT sector, can actually be the biggest employer in the country. I really believe that, especially for young people, and can be a solution for some of the unemployment crisis that we have, for unemployed youth. So yeah, I'm here. I'm representing young people, I suppose, and we dare not fail, because of the people that are looking to us to make it succeed. Yeah.